What's wrong with Nigerians? What is wrong with Nigerians? So ever since I've made TikTok videos, I've never spoken about Nigeria. This is the time. Look, Nigeria is a huge country. It's the biggest country in Africa in terms of the population. Over 200 million people live in Nigeria. Over 500 dialects are spoken in Nigeria. Although there are three main groups, the Yoruba, the Hausa, and the Igbos. Listen also, Nigeria is rated as the 10th oil producer in the world. They are rated number 10. Nigeria is a serious oil producer. And when it comes to gas, Nigeria is number 8 globally. Imagine that. With such great potential and great people, Nigeria is a mess. Number one, if you have electricity in Nigeria, you have a connection to heaven somewhere. Right? Almost everybody in Nigeria has got to have a generator just to have electricity. Yet Nigeria sells electricity to other countries that don't struggle like Nigeria. Also, if you go to the northeast of Nigeria, you struggle with things like Boko Haram and Islamist state militias that are just ravishing Nigeria. Go to the northwest of Nigeria, you've got bandits, guerrilla groups that are causing chaos, kidnapping, sexual assaults, fighting, just creating anarchy. You come to the south east with the Igbos, there's the Biafra issues. I mean, remember in 1967, a civil war started in Nigeria for 3 years up until 1970, where they were fighting for a Biafra state, for an independent state to be moved away from Nigeria and form their own country. And that claimed 1 million lives. Well, that is back again. You know, there's been chaos surrounding that. Nigeria has great people. The whole world can feel the force of Nigeria. Asia can feel the force of Nigeria. Europe can feel the force of Nigeria. The United States of America, South America, the whole African continent, Australia, everywhere, everybody feels the force of Nigerians. This is a great country with great people, with great resources, but it's a failing country. And I'll tell you why. We can talk about corruption and all of these things, but there's one big thing, division. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a problem that the entire Africa has. Africa as a continent has 1.6 billion people. We have the youngest workforce in the entire world. No one can compare to us. Like, this is where great innovations were supposed to take place, right? And it's not happening. We are so divided. Our power lies in our unity, but our leaders are too greedy, too self-serving, too self-centered to be focusing on the good of even their own countries or even the continent in itself. And this type of greed doesn't just start at the top. Listen, money never changes anyone. Power never changes anyone. Money and power expose who you are. They are like alcohol. They expose who the real person is. We've got to find a platform somewhere to talk about these issues and see how we can push Africa to be united, because that is where our strength is. Our division will always be our downfall. I hope somewhere we'll get to solve this. Nigeria, I hope you are listening.